I'm Shavana Council, and here I have my babe with me, Aaron, or you call him Gobana.
Yeah.
Gobana to you. Make sure you like and subscribe in this video. We're going to be talking about healthy relationships. Everybody has been requesting it, so we're going to get right into it. So, our first thing is, what are signs of a healthy relationship?
It's a good question. Something that you probably don't know nothing about. So first, I would say good communication.
Okay.
Good communication. Good communication involves active listening, listening to comprehend, to understand, to empathize, as opposed to just listening to try to rebuttal or try to argue back, or, that's what it's all about. Listening to understand so you can come up with a solution.
Right. And active listening is like actually waiting for your partner to stop talking, and then you say what you have to say, not cutting each other off, and repeating back what that person just said to you, so they know that you understood what they said, or you at least heard what they said. So
she's the professional. I follow her when it comes to it, but no, that's
no,
a
you
good
did.
point.
You did. We both do a good job. Okay. So what's another one? Or can I get into it? So I think compromise is another sign of a healthy relationship.
Compromise, true. That's important. Initially when we first started our relationship, we lived in 2 different states, and like I couldn't come to you as often, and you actually came to see me a lot.
Yes, I did.
And then you have like my heart and my soul.
Honesty, transparency.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be open with your partner. You have to be honest, no secrets. Being each other's best friends is definitely key.
Yeah.
Got something else for that?
I just agree with transparency. Like,
Yeah.
I read in it's a popular book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It was written in like the 1930s, and one of the quotes he said was, "All good leaders are transparent." Like, and that's one of the major signs of leadership. So, yeah, it's crucial.
And I think this was the same thing. You don't have to act like you know everything either. Like, it's okay to say you don't know something or didn't understand.
Big facts.
And I think another thing that we did with communication is walking through that other person's feelings, besides just saying, all right, this is going to be the next, after argument, like, okay, this is the next thing that we're going to do so we can avoid this argument. But before you get to that, it's like making sure you understand your partner's feelings, and they understand that you feel them too. So that's important.
Empathy.
Yes.
True.
Yes. Okay. So we have, what are signs of an unhealthy relationship?
Maybe if some of y'all should help us out. Say, no, I'm gonna stop coming at y'all, man. I'm the bad guy. I'm in black, But so I would say,
Because actually, do you think people actually know if they are in an unhealthy relationship, or to them it's healthy? To them, that's all they know.
That's a good point. Some people don't know that they're in a toxic environment. That's true. A lot of times you might not be able to recognize, like, some houses might have fungus or asbestos, whatever it's called, what I'm saying, or carbon monoxide poisoning. Like, oftentimes you don't even know that you're in poison and you're dying. So that's
Really good.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here to tell you what is unhealthy, so you'll know.
We looking up. Some of y'all are in carbon monoxide. All right.
That was really good. What are we in?
We are in paradise. We are in the promised land. I drink to that.
Really good. That's really good. No, we are. Okay, so back to it. So, lack of oneness
Mm, true that. Lack of oneness. And what does that mean? What do you mean?
I would say like not being each other's team. Oftentimes people are in a relationship and like they forget that we are a team. We move as a unit, and like you're not battling against each other. You're trying to come to a conclusion together, like being
That's
a
true.
team.
And I've been in a situation where like we weren't battling, but like we were just moving in two different directions, career wise, like life wise, and like there was limited support towards each other. So no, oneness is important.
Yeah.
All right. What about signs of an unhealthy relationship? Abuse. All right.
All kinds of abuse.
There's different types, such as.
We definitely have mental abuse. As a matter of fact, all abuse is the same. Like it's no like it's physical abuse. So like, but it's all amount to the same thing. It's all equal. Verbal abuse.
Oh yeah. Watch your mouth. Right. We don't need none of. What was that movie, Baby Boy, with Taraji and Tyrese? And
people like that.
Stay away from that.
Because you'll start thinking it's okay and start thinking it's like cute, and that's why people stay. So notice the signs too. I guess that should be another video. Signs of like knowing you are in an abuse. Because I didn't realize I was in one till my last. I didn't realize what that was until I started repainting. But
I'm hurt now.
but yes, definitely abuse.
Well, you did say mental, mental, like, because, so for instance, you actually helped me realize this, like, being sealed off is a form of mental abuse. So like withholding your love, like, and being ice cold, like, because like if I was hurt, I would shut down and I wouldn't leak out my love. I would just seal it all up, which is a form of abuse. That Miss Counsel helped me realize. So
I just thought of one, but I forgot that fast.
A topic that I really want to spend time on, because too many people are currently going through this, is physical abuse, right?
Yes.
Miss Counsel. And I just want to let you guys know, whether male or female, because males, get abused as well, but there are a lot of females that are being physically abused, children that are being physically abused. You need to call for help. All right, if it's an ongoing, consistent thing, I'm not just talking about a spanking or something like that. I'm talking about real physical abuse. You need to call the authorities, because you never know when that person will go too far. You never know when you could lose an eye. You never know, when something that can't be reversed will happen.
And I was about to say that it's going to start off small, a simple little grip, even playing. I've seen, like, I had this before, like, he maybe, like, played, act like he's about to, like, hit you or something like that. Like, that's not funny.
It's not.
So, it's just seeing how you're going to react. So, definitely pay attention to signs and their anger issues. All that has a big factor.
Another factor would definitely be forcing change upon your significant other.
Right.
Which is unacceptable. One of the things that my dad has taught me is you start to run into problems in relationships when you start forcing someone to become someone else.
Just because you want it to work.
Exactly.
Real relationships, real love is not. It's natural. It's natural. But even though there is compromise in relationships, but if you constantly like have to keep changing certain stuff for your partner, whether it's their personality or you don't like them doing this or whatever the case is, like that's too much. That's changing the other person. Now you're trying to create somebody else basically. So they should love you for who you are.
And like And just to put a whatever on this, a parameter, you know, like, we aren't talking about, like, if you're naturally flirtatious, you know, stop that shit if you want to be in a happy relationship.
Yes.
You follow me? Like, there are certain bad habits that if you actually want a relationship, there are things that you will have to sacrifice.
Oh yeah, that was good. You brought it up. So forcing change could be something like, give me one. I had to being too bubbly. Had somebody like relationship. Oh, you're too. Not saying flirtatious, but actually too bubbly. Why are you always so excited? Like,
I love her bubbles. You know, I love bubbles. So yeah.
But yes, like changing their personality. That's a no.
I had someone I was dealing with that continuously told sexual jokes, and you know that obviously is not cool as adults all the time. You know, like that, like we adults, like,
right.
And you know, people can take that the wrong way or take it too far. So yeah.
Well, that's
You ready?
yes.
All right, so we discussed some positive things,
Yes.
you know, such as communication, compromise, and honesty, you know, as being some of the positive factors of being in a relationship. What would you say is some of the benefits of that?
I would say number one, definitely if you're living in a household, your kids can take from that. Your kids can see how well you communicate, how well you treat not just your partner, but they can just still take away like how to talk with somebody. Knowing not to, you don't have to do a screaming match to communicate effectively. Another thing would be peace of mind between the two couples. So, you know, I need to be you are my peace, and vice versa. So being each other's peace, that's the biggest thing. Nobody wants to be in a relationship and like you just don't feel safe, you don't feel protected, I know relationships too where like you have to watch what you're going to say because you know it will turn into an argument. So being each other's peace. So longevity is another thing. Like the longer you're keeping each other happy, understanding one another, your relationship can last for a while. That's the medicine. So
That's real.
okay. We also talked about unhealthy relationships, so which would be lack of oneness, abuse, and forcing change. So what will come out of that?
Well, number one, you don't be lonely. That's number one. You know, if you don't get your shit together, you will be alone. No one needs to be putting up with your bullshit. All right.
And you will continue to be in a cycle that you don't want to be in.
Exactly.
And you continue to hurt yourself.
And hurt the people that you love.
Yeah.
You know, we all have our demons and traumas. You know, and I realize when I hurt people, that really hurts me. So you know, I attack those weaknesses. So that's definitely one of them, being lonely.
Yes.
Another negative effect is, once again, like, I guess this goes hand in hand with being lonely, but losing the people that you love most. So, you know, and when you talk about relationships, all right, cool, you could lose your wife, you could lose your significant other, your fiance, but you could also lose access to your children. You know, that's
because they'll pick up on that.
Yeah, that's a serious thing. So, you know, we're telling you these things because we want you to be one big happy familia. All right, we want you guys to be happy, and we want you guys to be, you know, everything that you want to be and more. All right. So, once again, thanks for tuning in to the very first episode.
Yes, of Couples Cleanse.
Of Couples Cleanse. Couples Cleanse. All right. I'm gonna let y'all in a secret. we just picked the name right before the show. So, you know, if we F it up, you gotta excuse us. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. All right, make sure you subscribe so, you know, we can help you through, because I know there's probably some demons and traumas that not only are we healing from, but you're probably healing from as well. All right. And actually, in the comments below, we would really appreciate if you share some positive things that helps your relationships going. All right. Share some positive things and let us know some negative things to avoid as well, because you know, that's important.
And stuff we missed.
Yeah.
Stuff we missed.
We aren't perfect. We aren't perfect. So please let us know. I know baby girl marriage counseling, you know, but you might know some things, you know?
That's right.
So, all right, so we are going to be fresh for a little bit. So make sure you, once again, like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate you guys for tuning into Couple Cleanse, and we'll see you next time.
So I was about to say till next time.
Oh, go ahead.
Till next time.